2003. Geez, what happened in 2003? Wait, 2003. Other than baseball? No, somebody won the Stanley Cup in 2003. I can't remember who it was right at this moment. Oh wait, it was New Jersey. But what happened in baseball? Well, January 7th, Gary Carter and Eddie Murray are elected into the Hall of Fame by the baseball writers. March 31st, Pittsburgh beat Cincinnati 10-1 in the first game at the Great American Ballpark. April 4th, Sammy Sosa hits career home run number 500. April 11th, Montreal 10, New York Mets nothing in first of 22 home games in Puerto Rico. And they also played 22 games in 2004. This is pretty much the end of the Montreal Expos, but stay tuned for that. That's tomorrow, though. Okay. May 11th, Rafael Palmeiro hits home run number 500. May 18th, Texas 5, Yankees 1 to complete their first ever 3-game sweep of the Yankees. First ever 3-game sweep, and they've been in Texas since 1972, and they were originally in Washington from 61. Oh yeah? And the Jays say, oh yeah? They win 5-3 over the Yankees to complete their first ever 4-game sweep of the Yankees. Just pick on the Yankees. But the Yankees get their little revenge later, but almost. Wait, do they? No. Anyways. June 13th, Roger Clemens wins game number 300, the 21st pitcher to do so, and recorded his 4,000th strikeout, the third to do so. September 10th, Tony La Russa, 8th manager to win 2,000 games. September 28th, Atlanta 5, Philadelphia 2 in the last ever game at Veterans Stadium in Philly. Also on this date, Colorado beat San Diego 10-8 in the final game at Qualcomm Stadium in San Diego. Philly moves to Citizens Bank Ballpark for next season, and San Diego moves to Petco Park next season. Now we go to the season standings. Yankees win the American League East with 101 wins and 61 losses. Boston is second at 95 and 67, 6 back, and has taken the wild card. Toronto goes 86 and 76, 15 games back. Baltimore goes 71 and 91, 30 back. Tampa Bay goes 63 and 99, 38 back. Minnesota takes the American League Central, 90 and 72. Chicago goes 86 and 76, 4 back. Kansas City goes 83 and 79, 7 back. Cleveland goes 68 and 94, 22 back. And Detroit, probably the worst season ever, franchise low, 43 wins and 119 losses, 47 games back. I think they were the top 5 for worst records in the 20th century since 1901. It's definitely the most losses in Tigers history. American League West, Oakland takes it at 96 and 66. Seattle goes 93 and 69, 3 back. Anaheim goes 77 and 85, 19 back. And Texas goes 71 and 91, 25 back. National League East goes to the Atlanta Braves. Again, 101 wins and 61 losses. Florida Marlins go 91 and 71, 10 back, and take the wild card. Philadelphia goes 86 and 76, 15 back in their final season at Veterans Stadium. Montreal goes 83 and 79, 18 back. Mets goes 66 and 95, 34 and a half back. Geez, almost the entire division. 81 wins or more. Anyways, Central. Chicago Cubs take the Central at 88 and 74. Houston goes 87 and 75, 1 back. St. Louis goes 85 and 77, 3 back. Pittsburgh goes 75 and 87, 13 back. Cincinnati goes 69 and 97, 19 back. And Milwaukee goes 68 and 94, 20 back. Cincinnati went 69 and 93, 19 back. Anyways, San Francisco takes the National League West, 100 wins and 61 losses. Los Angeles goes 85 and 77, 15 and a half back. Arizona goes 84 and 78, 16 and a half back. Colorado goes 74 and 88, 26 and a half back. And San Diego in their last ever season at Qualcomm Stadium, 64 and 98, 36 and a half back. Season stats. American League. Bill Mueller of Boston, 326 average, led the American League. Alex Rodriguez of Texas, 47 home runs, tied for the Major League lead. Hey, but who with? Well, stay tuned. Carlos Delgado of Toronto, 145 RBIs, led the majors. Roy Halladay of Toronto, 22 wins, led the majors. Pedro Martinez of Boston, 2.22 ERA, led the majors. And Esteban Loaiza of Chicago, 207 strikeouts, led the American League. I remember him pitching in Toronto for a couple of seasons. Albert Pujols of St. Louis, 359 average, led the majors. Jim Thome of Philadelphia, 47 home runs, tied with Alex Rodriguez for the Major League lead. There you go. Preston Wilson of Colorado, 141 RBIs, led the National League. Russ Ortiz of Atlanta, 21 wins, led the National League. Jason Schmidt of San Francisco, 2.34 ERA, led the National League. Gary Wood of Chicago, 266 strikeouts, led the majors. Postseason. Got Minnesota versus New York, Boston versus Oakland, Chicago versus Atlanta, and Florida versus San Francisco for the League Division Series. Start with the Minnesota and Yankees. Game 1 in New York, Twins 3, Yankees 1. Game 2 in New York, Yankees 4, Mini 1. Game 3 in Minnesota, Yankees 3, Minnesota 1. And Game 4 in Minnesota, Yankees 8, Minnesota 1. Yankees go in the American League Championship Series. Boston versus Oakland. Game 1 in Oakland, Oakland 5, Boston 4 in 12 innings. Game 2 in Oakland, A's 5, Boston 1. Game 3 in Boston, Boston 3, Oakland 1 in 11 innings. Game 4 in Boston, Boston 5, Oakland 4. And Game 5 in Oakland, Boston 4, Oakland 3. They're meeting the Yankees in the American League Championship Series. And Oakland has now lost 9 straight possible series clinching games. Snake bit. Yes, they are. Chicago versus Atlanta. Game 1 in Atlanta, Cubs 4, Atlanta 2. Game 2 in Atlanta, Atlanta 5, Chicago 3. Game 3 in Chicago, Chicago 3, Atlanta 1. Game 4 in Chicago, Atlanta 6, Chicago 4. Game 5 in Atlanta, Chicago 5, Atlanta 1. Cubs are going to the National League Championship Series, but who against? Game 1 in San Francisco, San Francisco 2, Florida nothing. Game 2 in San Francisco, Florida 9, San Francisco 5. Game 3 in Florida, Florida 4, San Francisco 3 and 11. And Game 4 in Florida, Florida 7, San Francisco 6. So we got the Cubs and the Marlins. So let's start in the American League. Game 1 in New York, Boston 5, New York 2. Game 2 in New York, New York 6, Boston 2. Game 3 in Boston, Yankees 4, Red Sox 3. Game 4 in Boston, Red Sox 3, Yankees 2. Game 5 in Boston, Yankees 4, Red Sox 2. Game 6 in New York, Red Sox 9, Yankees 6. Game 7 in New York, Yankees 6, Red Sox 5 and 11. It's when Grady Little decides to leave Pedro Martinez in here, knowing full well he's past. Pedro Martinez, he's got right up until 100 pitches. Once he gets past that, he's goes downhill. And that got exposed, and the Red Sox had a 5-2 lead. The Yankees came back to tie it, and then bottom of the 11th, Aaron Boone hits the series-winning home run to send the Yankees to the World Series. But who will they face? Game 1 in Chicago, Florida 9, Cubs 8-11. Game 2 in Chicago, Cubs 12, Florida 3. Game 3 in Florida, Chicago 5, Florida 4-11. Game 4 in Florida, Cubs 8, Marlins 3. Game 5 in Florida, Marlins 4, Chicago nothing. Game 6 in Chicago, Florida 8, Chicago 3. Best remembered for the Steve Bartman incident. Although there were several other fans that tried to reach for that foul ball, the ball bounced off of Steve Bartman's hands just as Moises Alou was trying to catch the ball. Coincidentally, Marlins scored 8 runs. Well, you could probably blame a little bit on the defense too. The Marlins just kept around hitting and hitting and hitting. And everybody decided, downfall began with Steve Bartman. And as I said, there's a few other fans that are reaching for that ball too, so can't entirely blame it on Bartman. Game 7 in Chicago, Marlins 9, Cubs 6. Yankees versus Marlins. Start in New York, Game 1, Marlins 3, Yankees 2. Game 2 in New York, Yankees 6, Florida 1. Game 3 in Florida, Yankees 6, Florida 1. 2 in a row. Game 4 in Florida, Marlins 4, Yankees 3-12. Game 5 in Florida, Florida 6, Yankees 4. And Game 6 in New York, Marlins 2, Yankees nothing. Marlins win their second World Series. Oh, mind you, Chicago choked on a 3-1 lead, so. Anyways, Marlins win their second World Series tomorrow, 2004. And we may end up seeing the end of one drought and the death of a curse. But that's a little bit of a spoiler, but anyways, stay tuned for tomorrow. Until then, cheers.